to me, to this team, that's going to be key. They led that the rebounding 21 to 18, because anytime you rebound well with a fast and small lineup which NUEVA ECIJA has, chances are you're going to get out on the break and you will be able to maximize guys like Marcelino and Robbie Celis.
That time holding Quezon to one shot. Fuentes with a miss. Ken Mocon, Christian Manaytay, John Wilson, Robbie Celis, and JP Calvo, the unit for Coach Don Dulay. So Manaytay inserted in lieu of Will Macaloni, who had 3 fouls in the first half. Sandagon, pinasok din ni Coach Eric. Pinaltan muna si Vince Magbuos, matching up. Wilson will trigger it in from the sideline. Entry pass intended to Celis. Bumagsak si Robbie. Turnover against NUEVA ECIJA.
A lot of contact right there. Joshua Hierro defending Robbie Celis, which I thought was a good no call there. Yes, you're allowing the players to play, but at some point, I expect them to call those type of fouls, especially maybe the start of the 4th.
Foul whistled on, I think, JP Calvo, yung pinituan ng foul doon. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 shots on the review. LJ will shoot 2 free throws. Gonzalez in the first half, scoreless. Had 3 turnovers, 0 of 4 shooting from the field.
Obviously, pinaghandaan. Any team that plays against Quezon, he's at the top of the drawing board. His name. He controls the show. As good as Jodel Fuentes is as a scorer, you know, this is LJ Gonzalez's team, and anytime you hold LJ to a scoreless half, you know you're doing something right. Kaya maganda yung naging kalamangan nila no first half.
Manaytay, kick-out pass. Mocon over Jodel Fuentes, off the mark. Sandagon with a rebound, joined by Joshua Hierro, Gab Banal, Jodel Fuentes, and LJ Gonzalez. So a bit of a smaller lineup, much faster. Itong Quezon with Hierro playing the 4 spot.
Right now, more direct yung mga actions, no? Itong Quezon. In the first half, there are a lot of times they're trying to move the ball, force some trigger actions. This time they go straight to the post. And I think it's a good thing, because if you force NUEVA ECIJA to commit a lot of fouls, suddenly mag-hesitate na sila to be aggressive of attacking the ball defensively. You get yourself to the line. But then again, NUEVA ECIJA really sharp in this game.
Pang-anim na block na nila yan. The last one courtesy of Christian Manaytay. The Marcelino twins inserted early here in the 3rd period by Coach Don Dulay. His team up by 14. JV had 10 points in the first half. Wilson against Banal. The switch. John Wilson, head fake. Shot on its way, and it's good.
At that time, as the shot clock was winding down, as you mentioned, nag-switch na sila, no? Doon sa boss game. The problem was undisciplined. Biting on the shot fake ni John Wilson was si Sandagon, and freed him up momentarily for that tough shot.
Sandagon stopped in his tracks by Robbie Celis. Can't finish on the ensuing play. Bounce pass, Sandagon. That time pushed by Robbie Celis.
And this is something Sandagon has to continue to develop in this game. I think he's one of the more improved players we've had. You know, he started out his MPBL career here in Quezon.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Really known as a finisher, but at the same time, you know, as a finisher, I think he can improve more in terms of, you know, using his body as a protection, no? Because he's so athletic and long. At times, you get carried away of going to the rim. Pero pag sa tulad ng liga natin na na pisikalan ang labanan, lalo na sa mga ganitong kabigat na laro.
Oh.
Kailangan marunong kang gamitin katawan mo. Tulad nun, ang ganda nung second feeder action between Marcelino to Manaytay to Celis.
Celis with a basket. Fuentes momentarily open. Finally drops in a free.
They're 6-3 of the ball game. They hit 11 in the last game. Well, let's see if that could be a start para sa kanila. Pero a give and go action right here. And it's not because Marcelino was wide open. Ganda lang talaga nung pasa ni Robbie Celis on point.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Nueva Ecija leading in the assist department, and that continues here in this game, doubling up Quezon's assist numbers, 16-8. Lead padded up to 16, 52-36. 3 minutes gone by in the third. Fuentes hounded by JV Marcelino. Fuentes lobs it inside, turns the ball over.
Pass. Yeah.
John Wilson. JC Marcelino at the attack by JC. Fishing for a foul. More free throws coming up for Nueva Ecija.
He didn't need to foul there. I thought he had the advantage already. It wasn't a clear blow by. Look at this pass. One-handed pass. And Marcelino, you see the connection between those two in the three-point play.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Mintis unang free throw ni JC Marcelino. JC so far with 12 points. 17-point lead for the Rice Vanguards. Diego Dario nasa loob na for Quezon. Replacing Jodel Fuentes. LJ Gonzalez tightly guarded by JC. The switch. Gonzalez splitting John Wilson and Robbie Celis, but fails to finish. JC straight to the cup. At babalik siya sa free throw line for 2 more.
Foul on number 77, Gabanal is second.
Just too much standing on the part of Quezon. I expected them in the second half, anticipating the switching defense of Nueva Ecija to do a better job of slipping to the basket. But instead, it's been all pretty much one-on-one. No, sa Tagalog, madalas natin marinig sa mga coaches yan. Medyo kanya-kanya. No? And that time, maganda yung nangyari kay LJ doon. He was able to maneuver against the defense.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
But you saw how Nueva Ecija just packed the paint, forced the miss, and attack quickly on the other end. Diego Dario catch and shoot. How good has Diego Dario been? Not only in this game, but in all the big games, really, of Quezon this year.
4th three-pointer from Diego Dario. Total of 14 points. Manaytay. JV back to Christian. Lost it. But it will stay with Nueva Ecija with 8 on their shot clock.
Alvin Amugo for LJ Gonzalez.
Look at this, catch and shoot. Manaytay, there was a switch off ball. Diego Dario just pops out, knocks it down.
Baseline inbound for Nueva Ecija. Celis backing down RJ Minerva. Turnover. Abundo now inserted here after not suiting up in the first half.
Good pass.
Extra feed to Magbuhos. And cuts the lead down to 12.
Still a manageable lead, obviously, and they're looking for a spark. Kaya pinasok itong si Abundo, one of the reliable players in the MPBL, kahit na hindi mo gamitin sa first 2 quarters.
Minerva fails to secure the rebound. Nueva Ecija will get another crack at it.
If that was any other player, yung hindi ka naglaro ng 2 quarters, medyo gigil ka, hahanapin mo yung sayo, ititira mo na yun eh. Pero pag veterano ka na tulad ni Abundo, who knows how to win, who knows how to make winning plays, even though the assist is not directly credited to him, he was a big part kaya nakabasket sila ron underneath.
Tyrone Chan off the pass from Will Macaloni. But the return pass off target, turnover laban sa Nueva Ecija.
Now Will Macaloni, who struggled,
Shot clock at 40 seconds.
not even playing, but really staying on the floor
Yeah.
because of foul trouble. This is a big quarter to me para sa kanya. If he could establish himself, get into a rhythm, I think it's pretty much over. Para sa Quezon, because mas mahirapan na silang bantayan itong Nueva Ecija.
Banal. Pass tap. Shot clock violation. Laban sa Quezon. Just could not get over the hump at the moment. So JCJV with Billy Ray Robles, Tyrone Chan, and Will Macaloni.
If you're Quezon with this lineup of on the floor by Nueva Ecija, and considering how they've only taken 9 attempts, you might want to force Nueva Ecija. I'm gonna stop. Hulaan nyo na lang kung ano yung dapat na sasabihin ko.
Ako, alam ko.
Okay.
But boy, when Nueva Ecija is shooting like this from beyond the arc, pretty much hard to stop. 56-41.
Even better, unstoppable.
And then, we have guys like Marcelino finding Billy Ray Robles down low. Cabanal forced to give up that foul. Already his third. Robles will choke back to the line. Tamsi will check in. Coach Eric Gonzalez trying to find the right combination. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Good on the first. The Ilonggo Superman won a championship with Coach Don Dulay back in Season 3 with the Davao Occidental Tigers. May pasok para yung free throws. 58-41. Alvin Abundo to Diego Dario. Back to Abundo. Tamsi. 8 on their shot clock. The defense of Nueva Ecija suffocating. But a good entry pass. Diego Dario at the last second finding Joseph Gabayni down low.
And that's a mental lapse on Will Macaloni, because all 4 guys were playing excellent defense. And he just allowed Gabayni to seal him deep underneath and gave up that 2 points. That's off of Billy.
Quezon gets a stop. Now then, can they convert on the other side? Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Go.
JV gets it. Lays it in. Turning defense into offense quickly are the Rice Vanguards. 60-43, a commanding 7-point advantage.
Offensive foul.
It's going against Alvin Abundo.
Offensive foul on number 29, Alvin Abundo is first. Substitution, Joshua Yellow.
This was the wayward pass by Tamsi. And big no-no whenever the Marcelino twins are on defense.
They just cannot find a consistent rhythm.
Yeah.
4 to 5 plays wherein they make 3 straight stops, make 3 straight baskets. It's usually 2 baskets, 1 stop, and then it's a reset for Quezon. Mahirapan talaga sila makahabol.
Diego Dario, 5th three-pointer of the match. Where would Quezon be without Diego Dario?
What a kick out by Minerva, not really known for his playmaking that time. Drove the basketball in transition and knows who to pass it to, the hot hand sa kanyang teammate na si Dario.
Robles inside, penalty na ang Quezon. That shot will not count, but he will head to the line for 2 more free throws.
Look at this. He sees an opening. I'm surprised, or impressed rather, that he saw behind him was that JV Marcelino. And then obviously his trailing teammate na si Diego Dario.
Robles, babalik sa 15-foot line. This time, missing on the first. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Diego Dario, once again outdoing himself. 17 points tonight. 2 misses at the line though by Billy Ray Robles. Abundo nagtitimon para sa Quezon. Minerva. In front of him, Tyron Chan, Gabayni. Working with Diego Dario. Cuts back door. Dario feeling it and swishes in another triple. 20 points for the former UP Fighting Maroon.
That's the key to what you just said.
Sige.
The former UP Fighting Maroon.
6 out of 8 from rainbow distance, but he gives up a foul against JP Calvo.
Number 6.
And he got one more. After, before that foul, and this was the backdoor by Dario. A little Steve Nash dribble to the 3-point line. Why not? All net.
Quezon though giving up 17 fouls. Calvo able to rattle in the first.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for, as we continue to improve, I'm talking about the league this season,
Okay.
in the next few seasons, maybe next season, magkaroon na ng tunog yung net natin.
Ano ba tatlong? May mic ba dapat din?
I think so. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming yes. Yeah. Something. Because we see it in the top leagues in the world.
Yep. Sarap painggan eh.
Oo.
Sa ilalim, pumihit si Joseph Gabayni. That was actually a sublime move from Joseph.
Only an 11-point game.
And a chance for Quezon to even cut it further here. Trim it down to single digits. Macaloni to Calvo. Bola na wala kay JP. And it's over and back. Quezon, some mini run here at the tail end of the third period. Dario will get a breather. In comes Topeng Lagrama.
Important 2 possessions para sa Quezon. They score here. They're going to get the ball back with 52 seconds remaining. If they score and stop and score, and they have first possession of the fourth, suddenly you're looking at probably a 2-point game.
RJ.
What a finish!
High off the glass and in. What a find though by Alvin Abundo.
I didn't know he had that in him. Our former player from Chiang Kai-shek Blue Dragon. What a shot by RJ.
Tyron Chan. Pupukol sa 3. Short. Quezon. About a 5-second differential between shot and game clock. Can pull to within 7 or even 6 with a free.
No Dario, no Banal, no Fuentes. Still hanging in there is this lineup of Quezon.
Lagrama one-on-one against JP Calvo.
There's the foul.
Foul number 2, JP Calvo, his
But
third. And that is a
shot clock is now off after that foul.
Substitution.
Fuentes will check in.
For Joseph Gabayni. Christian Malaytay for
Si Eman Tagle.
Eman Tagle.
While JV will replace JP Calvo. Manaytay, pinalitan din si Will Macaloni. Huge offensive possession coming up for the Quezon Huskers.
For Tyron Chan.
And nag-downsize ang Nueva Ecija matching up with Quezon. Minerva is playing the center spot right now. He spins away from Christian Manaytay but was sent back to the friend zone by Manaytay.
A good intention by RJ Minerva, knowing that Nueva Ecija, both of them really in the penalty, went strong to the basket. Yeah, but just unable to create a shot as he was blocked.
6.6 left. Lagrama. 7 blocks already for Nueva Ecija. Lagrama getting past the defense, but fails to convert. A sorry miss. But nonetheless, Quezon
Right back in it.
just down by single digits. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, it was a quarter wherein it was really a slow pace. No, quite similar to the second quarter wherein both teams scored a combined 27 points. Medyo tumaas, yung scoring, but it was the best scoring quarter for Quezon for that matter, scoring 23. Now let's see if they could follow through with another 20-point quarter in the last one and come back.
Some life, as well as, of course, Diego Dario leading the pack with 20 points. Small lineup para dito sa Quezon. Fuentes, LJ Gonzalez, Topeng Lagrama, together with Simon Sandagon and Vince Magbuhos, quarter scoring. You see how Nueva Ecija dominated the first two, but Quezon bumawi in the third, 23-17. Robles spins into trouble, lost it. Lagrama gets the ball back for Quezon. Gonzalez, it's been a struggle. They swing it, Lagrama, extra feed, Fuentes, no. Magbuhos, stick back is good.
A terrific swing of the basketball to find the open shot. And just like we always say, anytime you get a good shot, it prepares the offensive rebounders for the rebound. That time Magbuhos, not really known as an offensive rebounder, but cleans it up that time.
Great help by LJ, forcing a jump ball. But it will stay with Nueva Ecija. Gonzalez has yet to score a field goal. Has played 17 minutes. One guy we haven't seen here in the second half is Will Gozom for Quezon.
Right?
Macaloni. Wilson, nawala yung bola sa kanya. Turnover na naman laban sa Nueva Ecija. Fuentes, lost control. Counter steal by the Rice Vanguards. Macaloni, what a pass inside. Celis, 2 points.
This is a good timeout by Coach Eric, because I was about to say, if you're Nueva Ecija, they went away of pushing the tempo of this game, because I don't think Quezon will be able to run with them. And they take advantage of this, and they get the ball from outside to in, and then that connection between the two bigs.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Timeout Quezon, down by 9. Special offer.
Who would have thought, no, that picture, if you will, that you saw between the three, Rudy Distrito, Commissioner Kenneth Dorendes, Emerson Oreta. Ang pinakamukhang bata ay si Kuya Rudy, no question.
Kuya Ruds.
Please don't tell Tomish I said that.
Something you don't want coming off a timeout. Another turnover laban sa Quezon.
You're absolutely right.
Things have not gone their way, yet they're down by just 9. 16 na turnovers ang magkabilang kupunan, pero yung matinding difference dyan has been how Nueva Ecija has capitalized on those. JC no, Gonzalez the rebound. LJ to Magbuhos. Lagrama trying to wiggle against JC Marcelino. Flashing out was Sandagon, getting past Will Macaloni for the layup.
Forced the defense to rotate that time. The flash to the high post. Composed as he was making the move. Nice move by Sandagon.
Doing this without Diego Dario at the start of the fourth. Lead down to 7. Macaloni. Quezon will live and die with that kind of shot.
Basket timeout situation. But a turnover. That's a big turnover. Costly one. Especially if NUEVA ECIJA scores.
Sobra yung tira doon ni JC. Fuentes. The cross. Almost lost it. Magbuhos to LJ. Asking for a clear out against Macaloni. One-on-one. Gonzalez, the crossover. Pulling up. It's money for LJ. Asking for a foul.
Because he thought tinapik sa chan eh. No, it was a tough angle on our end. We're gonna see it once again. This is a better angle.
Kicks are great move. The game born for greatness.
Okay, yeah. Good no call.
And Gonzalez though, nonetheless. This is the closest the Quezon Huskers have been. Down by 5, timeout NUEVA ECIJA.
Power, he told them, now is your time. Back to you, Ken and Christian.
A lot of trust coming from the side of Coach Eric. Maraming salamat, Gianna, no? And no, they've been together for 3 years already, itong Quezon Huskers. And despite all NUEVA ECIJA has been doing, and Quezon shooting poorly from the field, they're now down by just 5 after trailing by as many as 18 points back in the first half.
But to your point, 54% for NUEVA ECIJA and only 37% for Quezon Huskers.
Robbie Celis, binigay kay Marcelino, back to Robbie, drifting forward but makes it anyway. That was a tough shot by Robbie.
Well, anytime you have players that can play in between like Robbie Celis, it's such a big part of your offense, especially in a generation wherein it's all layups or threes. That in between is so important. And right here, as they were denying, you know, itong si Marcelino to come off the screen, that short roll by Robbie Celis and that, you know, floating jumper, ang laking bagay niyan.
Ganun-ganun lang, meron na siyang 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Magbuhos, big 3-point shot to pull to within 4, 66-62.
Magbuhos has played well in this game, well enough, not only, you know, hitting baskets. He's in double figures right now with 10, but also rebounding the basketball, has 5 and 2 steals. Gabanaldo will be called for the foul, pang-apat na yan.
One thing though that Quezon has had trouble with has been the dribble penetration of the guards of NUEVA ECIJA. Because we've seen multiple times where they get into the gut of the defense at nagpapasa na lang yung mga bigs nitong Rice Vanguards. Robbie Celis, pasok, kanyang unang free throw. Did not even play against Imos. Also has 2 blocks.
Well, he's a better defender than what people think he is, even at, you know, being a little undersized at the 4, especially against, you know, the San Juans, the Abras.
Animang lamang, 68-62. LJ, skip pass, dangerous, but Dario, my goodness, what a shooting display from Diego Dario. 7 threes for a total of 23 points, and this is just a 1-possession ball game. 68-65. Celis. Pasa palabas kay Wilson. Mintes. At bola ay mapupunta sa Quezon Huskers. Ito
yung hinahanap natin sa Quezon, no? Hindi lang yung isa dalawa o tatlong stop. No, yung sequence of hitting shots, making stops, nagkakaroon na sila ng consistency, and obviously, where would Quezon be without the brilliance of Diego Dario?
This is a big blow though if you're Quezon. Gabanal whistle for a technical foul,
yeah.
and he fouls out.
Ang pinakamabigat doon para sa akin is yung timing.
Yun.
Now, he's a big blow. You lose a leader on the floor, a spacer on the floor. But just right when you have momentum or creating momentum, and then you get a technical. Wilson hits this shot, 2-possession game. They make a stop, they hit a shot, suddenly it's a 6-7 point game. Ganyan ang basketball, no? Every possession matters. Kaya yung composure ng bawat player, importante rin.
And you know what they say, it's a possession kind of game in basketball. Getting entangled there with Will Macaloni. So he's done for the night. 69-65 after that Wilson free throw. Free guard setup for Quezon. Gonzalez nails a free. It's down to 1.
Well, they've been executing all night. It was just a matter of time wherein their defense would step up and their offense would propel. That's their 12th three, but what an answer by Nueva Ecija.
Robbie Zelis to the rescue. 71-68. Crowd coming alive. Dario puts it up, puts it in. We are tied, 71 all. What a fight back by the Quezon Huskers. Diego Dario with his best performance to date, 26 points.
On 8 three-pointers, that's a foul.
Nueva Ecija, though, has not been efficient from the line. Only 15 of 24. This was the pass, Marcelino to Celis. But the response by Diego Dario.
He's just on another planet right now. Diego Dario making 8 threes out of 10. That's insane.
Yeah.
80%. And maybe half of those were tightly contested shots. He had some open shots, especially in the first half. But after that, it's been pretty much under the rest.
AC Marcelino coolly sinking in 2 free throws. Quezon in penalty, down by 2. Dario. Laban kay Will Macaloni at the post. Sandagon met by 2 blue jerseys. He turns the ball over. Babalik ang bola sa Nueva Ecija.
Excellent help defense by Nueva Ecija. I think the key right there is how he pushed him towards the baseline. Even, ina-atake nila yung mismatch because Sandagon had a smaller guy on him. And by the time he got the ball, nandun na yung help, forced the turnover.
JC runs into traffic, floats it up, no. Rebound ends up with Magbuos. 3:17 left in the fourth. Gonzalez setting up the play for Quezon. JC in front of him. LJ, the switch by Macaloni. Gonzalez, natapikan ni Will. Turnover. Big stop by Will Macaloni. Under 3 minutes left. Nueva Ecija with a basketball, up by 2 points.
Gonna go to Macaloni on the block.
Careless pass. Dario was stripped. Nueva Ecija, though, just their second team foul. That was a poor pass by Will Macaloni. Not sure what he was trying to do there.
Well, he's trying to skip pass towards the other side. He's been seeing the double team the whole night. The rare times he would get the ball on the post. That's what I feel, that inaantay niya, no? Or he anticipated too much the double team, that on a one-on-one coverage, instead of attacking the defense one-on-one.
Coach Don Dulay challenging the last foul call. We'll be back for the result of this one. Foul laban kay John Wilson. How about Alvin Abundo? Did not even see action in the first half. Inserted here in the third quarter. He may not have the points. Hindi nakikita sa stat sheet, Coach Chris, yung contributions niya dito for Quezon in the last two quarters.
Well, you see some of them. Like he has a couple rebounds, steals, but to your point, really the intangibles, giving flare screens, decisions on the floor. As soon as he came in with the hockey assist, when they moved the ball, that ended up with a layup for Magbuhos. You ask any coach, especially in pressure-packed moments, oftentimes coaches will always go for the better decision player rather than the more talented one. Because your talent would be useless if you cannot make good decisions on the floor, and that's what Abundo provide. You know, defensively, he's a pit bull, especially putting pressure on ball, and offensively, just makes good decisions on the floor.
Very important, especially with Gab Banal fouling out Gonzalez. And they've been playing for the majority of the fourth without Judel Fuentes. Dario. Abundo for the lead. Off the heel. JC Marcelino clears it. Nueva Ecija dodging a bullet.
They did, because Quezon has been trusting their execution all night. Just fortunate that they missed that one is Nueva Ecija.
JV attacks. Layup, no. Foul against Quezon though. A push against Diego Dario. Fourth foul against Diego. Fuentes will check in for Alvin Abundo. So all hands on deck para sa Quezon. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Pasok ang unang free throw ni JV. This free throw to give them little bit of breathing room. The Nova Ecijanos in the edge of their seats right now. Clutch baskets from JV Marcelino. As we head down to the final 2 minutes of regulation. Sandagon balik kay LJ Gonzalez. And off night in terms of offense. Magbuhos, turnover. A costly one para sa Quezon. Nueva Ecija will milk some time. JC. Attacks downhill. Inside Macaloni. Blocked. First block from the Quezon Huskers. Or actually the second block. Fuentes, the crossover. Losing. John Wilson lays it up and in.
For Alvin Abundo, so you could say he has yet to break a sweat. Well, that play proves otherwise. He doesn't need sweat.
Only 8 points, but the last two, huge. JC short. Celis the rebound, but got caught stepping on the baseline. But they will review it. We're under the last 2 minutes.
I'm sure we're gonna see it sometime now, because that play is just hard to ignore by Judel Fuentes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Hindi, ito yung
Hindi.
last out of bounds play. Ayun, yung kaliwang paa
Right.
ni Robbie Celis. We have a timeout by the Quezon Huskers, down by 2 points, 75-73. And we'll stay on the air. A huge possession coming up para sa Quezon. Down by 2. Let's see what Coach Eric has drawn up here.
Simon, kapito mo yung bola. LJ, ikaw to. Okay. Makinig maigi ha. Okay. Judel, at saka si Vince. Box lang tayo. Okay? Para ikaw to ha. Ito gagawin natin. Simon, kunin mo yung bola. Ganito mangyayari. LJ, iskrinan mo to si Diego. Judel, ang mangyayari sa'yo, gusto ko ikaw pumunta sa bola. Okay? Now listen. Si LJ nandito. Pag wala kang tira, bigay mo kay LJ, bublo ba yan? Vince, dito ka maglulok. Now! Pag meron, nandito si Diego. Diego, dumiretso ka ron. Ha? Sundan nyo lang, ha? Okay, come on, let's go.
Alright. What do you think, Coach Chris?
LJ and Diego. Yun na yun. Diba? Make a play. See what you have.
Nueva Ecija though,
This
only has
one-
2 team fouls.
Right. In this one we heard a box formation, back screen.
Fuentes, nakalusot na naman. And a foul called against Will Macaloni. 2 free throws coming up for Judel. Great play call off a timeout. You let Judel Fuentes go downhill. 2 free throws. Judel Fuentes, a 94% free throw shooter, calmly sinks the first. 94.4% coming into this game.
I'm gonna assume that's best in the league. I don't think anyone right now is shooting 95 or 94.3 for that matter. You say 0.2?
0.4.
0.4, so 0.5. Anyway,
47.2 seconds left. Nueva Ecija with a timeout.
JB, JC, I want you coming out. Okay. We're here, okay? Go corner. Be patient, okay? 14 seconds, okay? When we go here, you're gonna go Will. Okay? Here, take and roll, okay? Here. Sorry, this is Wilson, okay? Take and roll.
Ako lang mag-iimbang na pass corner.
so I expect them to inbound.
Marcelino brothers, iyan nyo, tumulong kayo rin.
Yeah, I expect Nueva Ecija to inbound half court.
Okay.
So that if they don't make a shot with the 14, let's say Quezon makes a stop, you don't need to foul knowing that you're going to get the ball back.
Some confusion on the side of Quezon.
But here's the thing. If this is a long rebound and Quezon is off to the other side, Nueva Ecija has to remember they have a foul to give.
Celis. Great pass by John Wilson off the curl. And Celis will shoot 2 free throws.
What I like about that offensive set is that they went to the offense, to the trigger action right away off the pin down. That opened up John Wilson to the open Celis underneath. Short.
Wow, airballs the first. Something you don't see every day from Robbie Celis.
Right. Short doesn't even do you justice. As that was
Hindi
way
makapaniwala.
short.
Yung mga Novo Ecijaianos. 19 out of 29 from the line. Second free throw for Robbie Celis. Gets it in, 76-75. Quezon has never led in this entire match. Down by as many as 18 points. Now a chance to take the lead in this possession. Fuentes. Mocon all over him. Judel lost it. Marcelino off to the races. JV stumbles and travels. They were right there. Bola babalik sa Quezon.
They were too fast for themselves. Masyadong mabilis. But what a substitution by Don Dulay. Putting in JV Mocon. You see, yan ang problema minsan pag sobrang bilis mo rin. It just lost his footing. Unfortunate. But for Quezon, fortunate.
Quezon will burn their final timeout as well. And let's see what Coach Eric Gonzalez will draw up this time.
Gusto ko mag-apply ba kasi mag-help kami. Natin yan. False to give sila away lang. Sa depensa, pag di tayo makashoot. Kailangan nila makaluni yung Guys, makinig kayo. Kailangan natin kunin to, ha? Ito. Simon! Simon! Dito ka na! Vince! Judel! Diego! Judel! Ganito gagawin natin. NJ! Okay. Diego, bumanong ka. Judel, pumunta ka ron. No! Padaanin mo rito. Okay, sara nyo, ha? Atin yan, pala! Okay, Vince! Bigyan nyo kay NJ. Atin! Pero pag meron ka, go!
Both teams, no more timeouts. Nueva Ecija, though, has a foul to give. 28 seconds left here in regulation. They will inbound it onto the front court. 14 on the shot clock para dito sa Quezon. Gonzalez could trigger it in. Dario pops out. Guarded by Robbie Celis. Dario with 26 points. Foul. But it's their last foul to give. Now both teams are in penalty.
Now, if they end up with the same play, they better make sure whoever the driver is that they clear some space. You know what? Coach's term usually calls it double gap, but this one, Jodel Fuentes open.
No, Celis with a big time rebound and gets fouled. That was a good look though by Jodel Fuentes.
Can't ask for a better look than that, especially coming from one of your top shot creators. Nice shot fake, one dribble. That's a clean look.
Yeah, it was. Just couldn't knock it down. Celis airballed his first free throw earlier. 3 out of 6 tonight. Sablay yung una. Quezon with a slither of opening. 16.1 seconds left. Both teams over the limit and no more timeouts. Pasok yung pangalawa. 2-point ball game. Gonzalez. Screen by Sandagon. Gonzalez. Kick out to Dario. 8 seconds remaining. Dario for free for the lead. 6.4 seconds remaining. Nueva Ecija. Marcelino. Mocon for free. No! What a stunner here in Palayan City. fighting back.
But then again, Diego
Beating Nueva Ecija 78-77. And
this is just a fitting end. I mean, the way he allowed his